comfortable?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Shall we wait for 1 or 2 minutes or we can start our session? Only 24 students have joined. We'll wait for 2 minutes. I would like to ask you how many of you installed this TIA portal in your laptops? Please respond. No one has installed on your laptops? Okay, fine. I think no one has installed on your laptops this TIA portal. Okay, no problem. Today we will have a session. By today evening, you install on your system and try some codes, execute some codes. If you have any doubts, you can ask tomorrow also. In today's session, we will have some basic PLC operations. Means we will write the ladder logic on the Siemens TIA portal software. Those who have installed, you can try parallelly with me. Now I'll share my screen. Now you can see TIA portal. It looks like this TIA V15, TIA portal V15. You right click on this TIA portal V15 and run as administrator and click yes. Okay. First, you create new project and write your project name as what you wish. For example, now we will do some latch program. I'll write latch. I'm writing latch program and create this new project. It takes time, but slowly it will create. After creating the new project, we will have a tree like this structure. First is devices and network. Means we need to configure a device. Whatever the device we have, hardware device that we need to configure to this software. Afterwards, after configuration of device, we need to write the program. That is, write PLC program. And afterwards, we can download it, and we can download in HMI also can be configured, and that is up to us. Means we can download to either simulator or we can download to either hardware. And there is one more option called HMI screen. I think if today we can if possible we will discuss, otherwise in next session we will discuss regarding HMI. Now I will configure a device. After clicking configure on device, this screen will be popped up. Add new device. Here controller, HMI and PC system, three things will be available. Go for controller option and select 1500 Thematic S7 1500. Here, after clicking on this one, this will go for CPU option. Click on this one. We'll have number of 1500 CPUs from Siemens. We'll go for the third one, CPU 1512C.
Sir,
Yes,
can you go somewhat slow?
yeah, sure. Up to this point, you're okay?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll begin from add new device.
Okay.
Okay, click on add new device. After add new device, you will have a screen, controller, HMI, PC systems, all these three will be there. You click on controller. Okay, once you click on controller, we'll have an options like this. It will look like this. Select Simatic S7 1500. Okay, you have selected. Please respond so that I can know. Okay, fine. So CPU 1512C, third one you selected, and in third one you select the second one. Okay, this CPU we need to select. Why this CPU means this CPU hardware is available in our laboratory, so you can directly test your program on our hardware CPU. Uh, Different CPUs, these all different CPUs are not available in our laboratory, so we are working on this CPU itself. Our other CPU function also same like this CPU only. They are of different models. And regarding this CPU, you can see a description is provided, means how much amount of memory is available on this CPU, how many input outputs are available, how many analog inputs are available, everything, what is the voltage range of this CPU, everything will be provided in this description. Voltage range is from 0 to 24 volts, and it is a 4-channel PTO, pulse width modulation, everything, whatever is available on this CPU, you can see the description. Moreover, we will also see what are the things we required. We will discuss regarding that one. Okay, after clicking this one, add this CPU. So we are adding this CPU to our project. Okay, so the screen popped up like this. For everyone, it is like this only. Okay. Now we will see regarding this CPU means what are the inputs and what are the outputs we need to know, because for means inputs where we need to give input, it input has some address. The address of the input and output we will figure out from this CPU. Okay, here you can see Ethernet ports are there with green borders. If you click on this Ethernet ports, you can see. Uh, if you click on this one, these options will be popped up from bottom. Here you can see the IP address of the CPU, because we need to configure the CPU to our PC. We need to know the IP address of this particular CPU, because n number of CPUs may be working with our PC. We need to know where our program is downloading and which CPU is working with us, so that we can know IP address of this CPU. We can change the IP address also for this CPU. Okay, there's an option we can change the IP address, and we need to know regarding uh, see here three columns are there, you can see. The last column, I'm clicking on the last column. Once I click on the last column, it is showing DI16, DQ16, two modules. Means it is second module. It's not two module means second module. Here digital input having 16 digital inputs and 16 digital outputs. I means input, Q means output here. Okay. Now you can see inputs. The address of these input outputs you can find out here using IO tags. You click on this IO tags. Otherwise you can come bottom. Okay, nothing is provided. We'll go one by one. In general, we will see what is the things provided. In general, it has named as digital input 16, digital output 16, second channel. This one means this is the first channel. And general templates, channel template, it has nothing. Configuration, input, okay, it has nothing. And IO addresses, okay, here bottom you can see IO addresses, input output addresses. Means input address it has labeled like input address. Input address for this last second module will start from 12 and 13. Means 12.0 to 13.7. Okay. And you can scroll down and here you can see output addresses. The starting address is 6.02. You can see point 0. And here end address is 7.7. Okay. This is input and output addresses. You write it down if you required. And here you can see after general there is an option IO tags. You click on this one so that bit clarity will increase. See, I have clicked on this one. Here it is showing. It is of type Boolean and address is percentage I. It is 12.0 to 12.7 and 13.0 to 13.7, as we have seen 12.0 to 13.7. So in 12 series we have 8 bits and 13 series 8 bits. So 8 plus 8 16. So digital inputs are 16 bits. 16 digital inputs are available and 16 digital outputs are available. You can see percentage Q. Q means it refers to an output. So 6.0 to 6.7 and 7.0 to 7.7 you can see. 7.0 to the last address is 7.7. So we are having 16 input addresses and 16 output addresses in second module. Now you click on the second column, means the middle column of the CPU. You can see my cursor is there. So I clicked on this one. It is showing digital input 16, comma digital output 16, first module. Here also you can see the address you can see here. For the second middle module, the address starts from 10.0 to 11.7. For second module, 12.0 to 13.7. Means 10, it has 16 input pins. And it has address, output addresses starts from 4.0 to 5.7. Okay. And in IO tags, you can see the addresses of inputs and outputs, you can see it. Okay. Now come to the first column. After clicking on this first column, it is showing AI5 and AQ2 only first module. Okay, it has only one module. Analog input, it has 5 analog inputs and 2 analog outputs. IO addresses you can see. Regarding this, you can see in tags. Normally, analog inputs and outputs are defined like this. For digital inputs, percentage I 0. For analog inputs, percentage I W0. IW0, IW2, IW4, IW6, IW8. 5 analog inputs and 2 analog outputs. For some analog applications, we will use this kind of analog input and outputs. This is regarding this CPU 1500 series CPU 1512C. Here Ethernet connection is provided and analog module is provided and digital modules are provided. If you want more modules to be added to this particular CPU, here you can see rail is provided. Here rail, I have clicked on this one, rail 0. Here rails are provided. Here in the first column, we have placed our CPU. In the second, third, fourth, five, six. Here you can see catalog. One more option is there, hardware catalog. If you click on this hardware catalog, here catalog will be open. Here you can see DIDQ. If means our digital input output pins are not sufficient, we can add more number of uh, digital modules, unlock input modules, unlock output modules, both unlock input output modules, communication modules, different kinds of other CPUs are also you can add it in this Rails. Based upon our application, we will go for other modules. For example, in traffic light application, we want 32 digital inputs we required. In our case, we are having only 16. Means we can add one more digital input module. For example, for some persons, output modules are more important. For that persons will add digital output modules. Is my voice is not audible? Please respond. Is it audible or not?
Audible, sir.
Yeah, fine. If it is not audible, please say it is not audible. Okay. Now we are clear regarding the input output modules of this CPU. So our first task is in our project we need to add an hardware module. Now we have added the CPU module and we know the addresses of the CPU. Now we need to do programming. Here you can see this PLC means add new device means we have added one device. Next option is click on this PLC. Here program block, one block will be available. You can see it. Okay, in program block, you click on this program block. Here main option will be available. Just like in C program, main block will be there, no? Where you will write your program. Here also this in main block, we will write our program. Click on, double click on the main block. Okay, after clicking double click on this main block, uh, yeah, a page is opened where network is written. Means here we need to write our ladder program. For our case, we are writing a latch program first. You know regarding the latch, already explained in PLC classes. So now I will write the latch program and I will simulate and show you how it works. Okay, here on the top you can see the switches are there, normally open contact, normally closed contact, and this is a coil where we can see our outputs. Okay, regarding this block I will tell you. These are used for in branch applications, for branching of opening and closing applications we will use this one. Okay, more about if we want more number of components to be added in this network, here in basic instructions you can see it on my right side. Here you can have, in general we'll have different kinds of branch applications and bit logic operators, normally open, normally closed, not operation. Okay, coil operation, in negation operation, whatever we want we can take it from here. We can just drag and drop. Okay, and we have counter, timer, everything is there in the PLC. Mathematical operations are also you can perform. Now we will take one normally open switch and you click on the second ring and take normally closed switch, and in the output we will take one coil. Okay, in first case is without latch. Okay, without latch circuit. Now I have to give addresses for this inputs and outputs. As we know that we have found that addresses in the CPU module. If we don't know, we can again go for devices and networks where our CPU will be there. You click on the CPU and you can find the addresses. You click on the modules. Here addresses of input will start from 12 and 13 and output is 6 and 7. Again go for the main block and write input addresses. I 12.0 my input address. So you just write I 12.0 and click outside. It will show with the green line percentage I 12.0. And here also you can write I 12.1. It is showing I 12.1. And I'm writing an output at different address. I'm writing output at Q 6.0. And one more thing, here you can see tag 1, tag 2, tag 3. If you don't want this tags as tag 1, tag 2, tag 3, you can rename it. You can click on this one, right click on this one, and you can have an option rename tag. You can rename it. Okay, I will rename as start button. This is my start button. Okay, again I will rename this tag to as my stop button. And this tag 3 as my output. Otherwise output will write it for this case. So I have done all these three. Now my task is I need to run this program and verify how it works. Uh, I will write one more here without latch. I have written it. With latch also I will write it here in the network to itself. And we will run both at the same time so that we will have comparison. So it is latch circuit. Take this normally open contact and here normally closed contact, and I say regarding the branches, you click here and take this branch and take normally open switch. In order to close you can use this one, otherwise you can click on this one and it will direct you like this. And here in the output you can create one coil. Okay, now addresses are given 12.0, 12.1. I will give address 13.0, otherwise I will give 12.2, 12.2, 12.3. Otherwise, shall we give the same addresses for this one also? Okay, I will give the same address. You click on here. Here, if you want to give the same address, you click on the tag, and here one column will be, you can see. You click on this column, it will open like this, means previous addresses it will open. I'm using the same switch, start. It will take the same address. Now I will use the same stop switch. It will take the same address. And here also I will use the same output. The same it will take like this. And in the latch circuit, I'm using here output only. Uh, the importance now you can see here. Now I will simulate my program. Okay, now programming part is completed. Means two steps we have done it. Now we need to simulate this program. For simulation, here you can see one option. Below Windows, you can see one option will be there. That is a compilator option. You click on this one. Okay, now we have compiled and it is showing block was successfully compiled. Now there is an option, second one, download to device. In our case, we don't have CPU with us, so we will do simulation. So there is a fourth option you can see, start simulation. You click on this one, start simulation. It will ask, one pop-up window will be open, you click OK. Start simulation will disable all other online interfaces. You click OK. one simulator block will be popped up like this. Don't click anything. It means it has to prepare itself for downloading this software into the simulator. It will take 1 or 30 seconds time it may take. This window will be popped up for everyone. In this window, you load this means you have to click load option. Okay. After loading, you click on finish. Now it is successfully downloaded in your simulator. Okay, now you click the run option will be there. Now it is showing run or stop with orange mark. You click the run option. Okay, now my simulator is running. Here on the top corner of my simulator, one square box is there. You click on this square box. Okay, my simulator block is open. Okay, in my simulator block, you click on this one, new project again. It is project 26. What if you want to give name, you give it name. Otherwise, you can create randomly also. Create new project. If anyone is having any problem, please let me know. Okay. Uh, Now my simulator is opened. It is scanning for my inputs. Okay. Now my project is opened here. You can see project 26 is opened. You click on this one, PLC1. In the sim table, you click once again. Here you can see sim table, means simulation table 1 is there now. You click on this one. This window will be popped up. Okay. In this window, we need to add manually what are the switches are there, and we have to assign the addresses. Otherwise, there is automatically also it will do by itself by clicking on this one. Here one tag is there, load projects tag. You click on this tag. So I have four things in my simulation. So four things are get added to here. Four things are start, stop, and output. And there is one tag one option is there. We will check it once. What is the tag one option? Uh, Nothing is there. Okay, previously we have written one tag. That's why it came here. It's all right. Okay. Now our task is to check whether it is working fine or not. For this one, there is an option here you can see. One spectacles option is there now. You click on this one for visualization. Okay. Now you can see some colors you can see. I will float it this one, and I will float my PLCs also. Any issues, please let me know. Here you can see. So I don't have physical CPU here, so I'm using simulator. So in simulator, I will vary the values. Means I will just click start and stop with the help of my simulator. You please follow like this only. See, here everything is in digital. So I want to start my bit here. So I will use the start option. I will just click once. Okay. Once I clicked my start option, I'm receiving output in the both the cases. Okay. But when I release my start option, in the first case, you don't have any output. In the second case is also getting out. Once again, I'll check once. 6.0. Okay, okay. Here the output is, I should not have used the same output at the same time. I will rename my output here. Here you can see my here in the first case output is 0. The same output is reflecting here. So I will rename my output and again once again I will test this one. We'll close our simulation. Go offline. In this case, I will change the name of my output. Okay. Go for the I will use Q 6.1 and this is my output 2. I will rename tag as output 2. And I will rename this one to output 2. Okay. Uh, Now first one is having an output, second one is having an output 2. Again we will compile here and check for any errors are there. Okay. Here this window is popped up here. We need to start searching our simulator where it is there. You can click on the start search option. Here our simulator address is provided here. You just load the program here. Load it as previously I said and finish. And run the simulator. Open this call means click on the right side top one on the simulator. Okay, open new project. Okay, now it is downloaded to our simulator. Go for the sim tables, and in sim tables we click on sim tables and load project tags. Okay, here output 2 is came, you can see it. Now just go for here optical options, you can see it. You click on this one. As this is German software, some of the things look different here. And even though English is like our English, it is somewhat different from our English. You can observe in the help options, you can see it is somewhat different. We need to understand. Now you can see here. Now I'll use the start option here. See, in my first case, both I have clicked and hold it like this only. Once I remove this one, the first circuit is switched off, and my second circuit is in the on position only. You can see I have removed my button here. In my first circuit, it is off, and my second circuit is in on, because in the first circuit, I have the connection from input output is means blocker, because I have switched off my first circuit. So here continuity is not there. So the power continuity is not available. In second circuit, you can see once it is turned on, because it is normally closed, output is reached here. Because of this coil, it is energizing this switch. Here output 2 is energizing this output 2 switch, and the continuity of power supply is taking place in this manner. This is our latch circuit. Okay. In order to stop this kind of circuits, we need to use stop switch. Once you click on the stop switch, the complete circuit will be halted. Okay. In this way, the latch circuit will function. The function of latch circuit, we have so many applications for latch circuit, and we will use in most of the ladder circuit, we will use latch as the prime thing for starting and stopping of our circuits. Okay, for regarding this latch application, everyone is clear?
Sir,
I know. Yes.
sir, in the start and stop place, we have to connect a switch externally, but in case of this another switch which is connected to Q6.1 output,
Uh,
so it will be like, do we have to connect any switch or it's internal?
See, nothing we need to connect internally. In the means in network one, we have not connected one more switch here. In network two, latch circuit, we have switch Q6.1 switch is there now. This switch is enabled with the help of output Q6.1. Here coil will be there. This coil will be energized when we start this circuit. Once this coil is energized, this will close this circuit, this
So
switch.
this second switch is a part of program, not we don't have to connect it externally.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. After completion of this circuit, we need to turn off, means we need to power off the CPU. So here power off CPU on and off button is there. You click on this one. Once you click on this one, the orange will lines will go out, and you can close this simulator. I don't want to save this data, that's why I'm removing this one. This is regarding the latch circuit. You save your project once you complete this one. You click on the save options and go offline mode. Okay. Um, so everyone is clear regarding this latch circuit and how to write the program in this Siemens TIA portal. Shall we see one more program? Okay, fine. We will do one more programming. Okay. Uh, for this one, second program also, I will go from scratch onwards. I will close the complete window and we will start in once again for the writing second program. I will close completely. Okay. Our second program is uh, we will do programming of star delta converter. I think you know about star delta converter. Everyone knows regarding star delta converter. I hope so. If anyone don't know, please let me know so that I can explain regarding star delta converter, how it works. Everyone knows regarding star delta operation. In your workshop also might have taught regarding star delta operation. Okay. Okay, let me explain you before that one. Star delta operation, it might be good for you also. See, uh, here you can see the bus bar, three-phase bus bar is there. And here you can see three coils will be there. In this manner, it is connected. Here, this is our motor, and the stator will be, this is our rotor coil, is connected in the delta manner, and the stator coil, initially it is connected in the star manner, means 1 2 3 will be closed in the starting connection. After some time, this star is converted into delta with the help of this switching arrangement. Okay, so this is our main coil, and this is one more coil we are having. For motor we have three, means coils for RYB phase. RYB phase initially connected in the star connection. You know the application why it is connected in the star connection, because everyone belongs to electrical. Please respond, is everyone belongs to electrical? Hello, Devayan, you are there? Okay, fine. Say in the star connection, the current is calculated based upon I is equal to V phase by total impedance. Okay, so phase current is equal to the line current. Phase current is in the star connection, the line voltage is equal to phase voltage into root 3. Phase voltage is equal to line voltage by root 3. Okay, so phase voltage is always less in the star connection. So initially we don't want high inrush currents to flow in this motor. So we connect the circuit in the star pattern. After some time, we don't want to run the our motor in underrated means underrated performance we don't want. So we convert again this means in star the phase current is very less, so we want our circuit to work properly, so more current has to pass to our circuit, normal current, rated current. So we convert into delta, where in delta connection line voltage is equal to phase voltage. So the phase current will be bit more than star connection. Okay, this is regarding star delta. Here we need to use PLC circuit in PLC ladder logic to have a control of this star to delta conversion. Okay, so we'll write a program for star delta operation. Okay, the motto behind this one is you can have one practical example of a star delta conversion, and moreover we will use one timer block, means we will keep certain time, means we will keep some 5 seconds time period. After this 5 seconds of time period, this star is reconverted into delta, means this star switches has to be opened and delta switches has to close. This is our motive. Okay, for this we will write a program. Okay, so first we will have to create a new project. Create new project, and we will write star delta. I'm writing star delta. Okay, as my new project. And we need to configure a device. This is our second step. Add new devices. Go for the controller and select Simatic S7 1500 CPU. Select 1512C CPU and add this CPU to our program. So we have added the CPU to our program block. Now our second option is we need to write a program. Okay, we know about the CPU already. Explanation regarding the CPU is provided to you from where input outputs. You know about input outputs and unlock input outputs, Ethernet connection addresses, everything you know about it. So we directly go for program block. We will write a program here and go for the main block. Okay. Uh, Before going for the main block, I want to introduce one more thing for you because always we have to know means if any circuit black box is given, what is the input and what is the output, we have to know. And control logic we will develop by ourselves. That is general case. In our start delta also, we will have to know what are the inputs and what are the outputs will be there. So we will go for one more thing here. Here you can see PLC tags. One more option is there. You click on this one. You have to create a new tags. You go for the default tag table. Here you create a tag system. Means you create what are the inputs and what are the outputs as of you know. And you can increase or you can, if you create more number of tags, you can use it, or if you don't use it also, nothing wrong will happen. Okay. But if you create your own tags, it will be helpful in the writing the program. Okay, so I'm writing first, I should have a start button, so I will write as start. Okay, and what kind of data type it is? Default it has taken boolean. You can take your own value. Address, what address we need to give for start button? You know the address of our ladder logic is 12, 13, 10, 11. So I'm taking address as 12.0, 12 as address and bit number as 0. I click OK. Now I want one more switch as my stop switch. Okay, it has taken default 12.1 address. Is it okay? And one more switch I want. That switch is memory switch. Means that once I started my operation, I want one memory address can be any value. It has means you know our CPU has certain memory. In that memory, only some part of memory is allocated to DIO, and remaining memory we can use as a memory switches. Okay, so I will write on switch means on my ladder logic. I will write on, and for this one I will change the address to M. Here you can see operator identifier. Here we have input, output and memory. I will use memory, and I will give some address, means whatever address I feel. For example, I want to give memory address also 12.0 only. I feel 12.0 is bit comfortable for me. I'm giving 12.0. If you want to give 6.0, you can give, because it has memory. You can give allocate. So my memory is 12.0. Uh, this is regarding my latch circuit. I want latch to be in this format. Okay. And now I will have three coils. One is the main coil, one is the star coil, one is the delta coil. Okay. Means star coil has to be energized in the beginning. After some time, delta coil has to be energized. That is my priority. Means so I need to have one main coil. I will write it as main coil. Main coil, and it is my output. Main coil is my output. Okay, so I will take as q, and I will I will write it as 6.0. 6.0 is my main coil, and second one is my star coil, and this is randomly test taken 6.1. It is also my output coil only. The third one is delta coil. So it is taking address 6.2. Okay, as of now, we know that what are the inputs we require, we are having, and what are the outputs we are having. So control, how the control system is built up, we will do by ourselves now. Okay. So we have labeled everything and we will use the input and output with these names. If any new things are added, we will add it on the while writing the program itself. Now you go for the program block. In the program block, you go for main block here. Okay. Click on the main block. Now first we will design latch circuit, because for turning on and off operations are done by latch. We know it because most of the time we'll have push button switches. We cannot hold it for very long time. So latch is a better option for us. So, yeah, please. Any doubts? Okay. If you have any doubts, please let me know. I have explained from where I have taken everything. Okay. Now my latch circuit is prepared. I will I will write latch. Okay. See, I want this one to be my start switch. So click on this rectangle box and write it as start button. Okay, just double click anywhere. It will take automatically that particular address. No need to give address separately. And this one you write it as my stop switch, because once you stop, the circuit should off. And this is my on switch. This is my on switch. On switch is memory switch. Okay, and this one is also my on switch only. Okay, now my latch circuit is okay. Now, whenever this circuit is on, my star delta convert has to operate. Otherwise, it should be in off condition. So I will take this switch in every point of my circuit. So I will take this my on switch and my main coil, this one. Okay, this is my on switch and this is my main coil. Means main coil should be always energized. And before main coil, I will use one more circuit here. This is also I have to use on switch, and I told I want to use one timer circuit. So I will use one timer coil here. Okay. In the basic instructions, you can see some operators you can have. The third one is the timer operations. You click on this one and take on timer for our case. Okay. So once you click on this one, here timer will be created and it will say it is a data block, IAC timer. You create OK. Okay. So you have taken this timer block. Now this should be my on circuit. Okay. When circuit is on, timer should function. Otherwise, no need of a timer. Give some preset value. We thought to give 10 seconds as our preset value. Give 10 and double click here. It will automatically take T has 10 milliseconds. Okay. Now, before 10 seconds, it should be working as in star connection. After 10 seconds, it has to convert from star to delta. So I will take my again my on circuit, on switch, and here I will use this timer switch. Okay. For this one, I will use this one, and you right click on here. Here you can see IEC timer 0 dB. Okay, so I will click this one and I will write Q, means output of the timer I'm taking here. Okay, initially it is I'm taking as normally closed, means when it is on, it should normally work in the star mode. So I will use star coil. Okay, afterwards, again I will use on. And this time normally open and coil. This one also I'm taking address from timer itself. And here also my output. Okay. and this is my delta coil. Okay, so this time we have added timer module. So I want to introduce timer module to you. That's why I have used this star delta conversion. But you can ask how can we know the addresses of the timer and how to know PT value as we have to set like this. For this type of doubts, you click on this timer module and click F1. Okay, you click on F1 here. You select the timer module and click F1. If you click F1, it will go for the help option and show what are the module means uh, where you can get the data, relevant data regarding this one. I think here you click on this on timer and click F1 here. Once I click F1, it is showing, you can see generate on delay means it is showing like this. The second one is it will give complete data regarding 1200 1500 CPU functions, but we want regarding only timer. So you click on the timer module and click F1. You will get the particular data. You go for the generate on delay. You click on this one T on timer and it will take to that respective page. So T on generate on delay means it is generating on delay. After 10 seconds, the timer will be on. Okay. So before 10 seconds, it is not on. Means it was after delay, it is working. Means after delay, we will get output from the timer. This is T on timer. You can see how it works. Say here you can see the graphs. Here input is initially it is 0. My output is 0. Initially my input is raised from 0 to 1. After 10 seconds means after preset time I have given 10 milliseconds. After 10 milliseconds output is reached to 0 to 1. You can see here during this transition, here some transition period will be there. That period you can evaluate using the ET will be there, means lapse time, where you can find out. Here you can see ET lapse time is there. There you can means values will be displayed, but output will occur after preset time itself in the on timer. Okay, so here you can see in the first case. In second case, from 0 to 1, the input is raised. But before 10 seconds, means before 10 seconds, it has again from 1 to 0, means on and off has been done. So my timer won't on for here. Again, from 0 to 1, he has given positive triggering. After 10 seconds only, my output is visible. So here you can see output is not visible. Before 10 seconds, if I do something on and off also, it won't work. It should have continuous on cycle. Okay. Then only I can get output after a delay of 10 milliseconds. Okay. Here you can see the inputs, outputs, how we can set it. Here PT it is provided. Here you can see it is labeled as T has 10 seconds. If you put M, it can become milliseconds. Everything you can learn from here itself. And what kind of means it is a Boolean or uh, word, everything you can get it from here in the help table. Okay, this is regarding the T on timer. If you want to look regarding pulse timer, you can see off timer, you can see on off timer, you can see. Based upon your interest, you can learn it from help. Okay, now my motive is I want to simulate this one. Okay, so I have done regarding this one completely. Something goes wrong. Once again I will close, and once again I will open the same project. I have used the same project, save file, because something has gone wrong in the software. Open as an administrator. Star Delta program. Uh, Go for write PLC program, main block. Okay, fine. Now I will compile my circuit here. We know how we have written program, everything we have written here. Now we'll compile our circuit. So it is showing block was successfully compiled. Okay. Now I will download it to my simulator. Click OK. You can click on the load option and finish. Okay. Now you click on the run option. Okay. Now click on this box. Now you click on this opticals option. Once you click on this opticals option means you are turning on this program. This kind of lines will be displayed, green and blue lines. Blue lines means the circuit is not means continuity of power supply is not there. Green means continuity of power supply is available. Okay. Now go for the new project. Create new project. Okay. Go for the sim tables. Disconnecting to PLC. Yes. Okay. Now it is connected to our PLC. Go for the sim tables and click on the sim table one. Now load the project tags. Okay. This is regarding our tags. Now just I'm popping up this one and just for clarity purpose I'm doing everything so that we can see. I'm reducing the size here so that we can see complete circuit at one time, but it's not happening. Okay, it's okay. I will show you. Okay, part by part we'll go. I think everyone knows regarding the latch circuit, no good explanation is required regarding latch. So I'm starting my circuit here, you can see. Once I started this circuit, I released my button here, you can see. And it is my circuit is latched. And here you can see, here I have given 10 milliseconds. After 10 milliseconds, this timer is on and the position of this delta coil is on. Previously star coil was on, now delta coil will be on. Okay, now I will do once again here. I will stop my circuit here. Okay, now we will see only star coil and delta coil. Oh. Main coil anyway it will be on. We will observe these two coils. Okay, so I will start my circuit here and I will close. Once my circuit is start, okay, initially delta coil is in on position. Okay, labs timer is on. There is a stop switch. Okay. Okay, once the circuit is on, my main coil will be on. After main coil, after 5 seconds, my timer circuit will on. Okay, once again we will try. Once I started, okay. Okay, we will use T off timer. I'm turning off my CPU here. Means I have used T on timer. The circuit is interchanged. Initially, it is running in delta circuit. Afterwards, star operation might come. That is not our purpose. So I'm changing my timer module circuit to T off. I think so we will try once. Yes, we will verify it once again how it looks like. TI on timer itself. Reset 10 milliseconds on time period. Once again, we will try once. Sometimes same circuit will run differently. Once again, I'm simulating the same circuit. Now we will do start operation here. So initially my main coil was on, and we will see. Okay, something has gone wrong. Okay, I'll discuss regarding this one tomorrow. I think something might be wrong. And in tomorrow's session, we will discuss regarding one more thing regarding electrohydraulic circuit using means we will do electrohydraulic circuits with the help of ladder logic and lift application using jump comparator operators. Different applications we will try tomorrow. That's all for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. You try by yourself. I think I've shown you many of the devices and help functions you can try. You guys are available? Hello everyone, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
1 minute you be there. I will change my circuit here. Small changes I want to make it. Afterwards, I have connected delta coil. Now I'll check once again.
So
Yes.
every time we re-simulate, we have to create a new project.
Yes. Because it is simulator means in this version that much compatibility is not there. In lower versions, previously it was having good compatibility. This version don't have that much good compatibility. That's why I'm re-simulating every time.
Okay.
Normally we won't do that many re-simulations because of the compatibility issues we are doing. Now we will test it once again. I will start my operation. Now also same thing is happening. I will check it. I will check the same circuit once again and I'll let you know. Something is going wrong. I'll find out. If you have any other doubts in the ladder logic, you can ask me. This is, I think, controlling error. Something is going wrong. I have to find out. Any other doubts in this ladder logic? Devian? Hello everyone, you are there or not there? I'm a bit confused
Yes.
regarding your availability. Shall we do electro-hydraulic circuit? Is it okay for everyone? Please respond. Shall we do electro-hydraulic circuit now itself? I think you are very strong in
So
hydraulics part. Yes, yes.
can we take up in the next class? We need some time to play around with this.
Yeah. You try by yourself. I think everyone has the software with you in your laptops.
Yes. Sir.
So you are trying parallel with me.
No, right, not now.
Okay, you do by yourself. In next session, we will do electro-hydraulic circuit and some more applications. And we will see regarding star delta converter also in the next circuit. What in where we have gone wrong, we'll check it down. Okay, you can leave the session.